Hi, hello, it's Fern. Welcome back to another Planty video. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we are doing yet another plant chores video, and I know I've been putting out a lot of plant chores, plant care, themed content, and it's just because there's so much that needs to be done right now. Like, since we're getting closer to spring, that it's just an endless to-do list. So yeah, here we are with another one. And I think that this is gonna be like a few days of plant chores. So I'll just film what I get up to with my plants for the next few days. So we're starting today, day one, and I've made a rough kind of list of what I want to complete over the next few days. And I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good. So for today, this is actually kind of my pest themed day. I currently have mealybugs and flat mites. I think that's it. That's the two that I'm aware of currently. To be honest with you, I saw mealies on some of my Hoya like a week ago, and I have just not had the motivation to remove them. So we're gonna be doing some mealy removal. Also, yeah, I'll just kind of give an update on the pest situation that's happening right now and how I'm dealing with everything. We also need to do some moss pole watering. So those are the two things that I really kind of want to get done today. But before we start, I do want to show you a new plant that I got, because it is a like really top wish list plant for me that I've wanted for so many years. And it's so crazy because this one is kind of in the same realm as the silver band maranta, which I've wanted for like, you know, 4 or 5 years, but could just never get my hands on one. This is kind of similar, so I can't believe that these two plants I've already got this year, and it's February. It honestly just blows my mind. So I'm really excited to show you this new plant. It just arrived yesterday, I think. Yeah, it just arrived yesterday, so it's you know, settling in and everything, but I'm gonna show it to you and also just kind of give you an overview because I've done some rearranging and stuff. So yeah, we're gonna do some plant chores, but I'm also just gonna give a little fun updates on in this video. So yes, let us begin. Actually, before we begin, let us go make a matcha latte. It is 1:14 right now, and I'm definitely feeling the afternoon slump vibes. I've been trying to stay away from coffee in the afternoons and go more towards tea, and my favorite for after lunch is a nice little matcha latte. My favorite matcha is this Sun Goddess matcha from Peak, so thank you so much to Peak for sponsoring today's video. I'll just chat to you for a minute while our water heats up behind me here. Peak's matcha is really high quality because it's actually shaded for a longer period of time, which produces more chlorophyll and more antioxidants, which are both great for the skin, known to firm, brighten, and clarify, which I really appreciate. And it's funny because I've been saying lately that my skin is so much better than it used to be. I've been saying this like even on my vlog channel if you've been watching, so I'm gonna keep drinking this. Okay, our water is ready, so let's make this up. Matcha is also a great option for a caffeinated drink if you are an anxiety girly, which, hi, hello, it's me. And that's because it has a wonderful ingredient called L-theanine, which is great for calming. So you get the energy boost from the caffeine, but since there's also the L-theanine, you don't have like the anxiety and jitters and the caffeine crash. The sachets dissolve in hot or cold, so sometimes I make an iced matcha latte, but today I just went with a regular warm one because it's a little bit chilly. What makes Peak really stand out to me as a brand is that all of their products are quadruple toxin screened for purity, and only the highest quality ingredients are used. This matcha is of course organic, ceremonial grade, and has a really nice creamy umami taste. So yeah, I've really been enjoying it, having it in my little afternoon ritual. If you'd like to try out Peak for yourself, you can get 15% off of your order, plus a free rechargeable frother and a cup if you shop through the link down below in my description box. So thank you, thank you so much Peak for sponsoring today's video. All right, this is gonna give me the boost that we need to persevere through this pest segment coming up. Okay, as promised, let's start off by introducing you to the new plant that I've added into my collection, major wish list. Do you have any guesses pause the video right now and go comment what your guess is down below. If you know me well, if you've been a viewer for a while, then there's a chance that you will guess this correctly, because a lot of y'all knew that the wishlist plant I was unboxing a few weeks ago was my silver band maranta. I was very impressed that a lot of y'all just know me that well. It's amazing. Okay. Ready? Dun 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 dun. If you guessed Syngonium frosted heart, you are correct. Look at this beaut. Oh my goodness. Also, it's in this hand-painted Swifty pot, which who else is excited for the new album? Like, I might actually perish. Anyways, plant. Back to the plant. So yes, I have finally checked this plant off of my wish list after having it on there for so many years. I don't know what it is like about this plant being so hard to find in Canada. It's not impossible. Like it wasn't, I'd seen them pop up sometimes and I always regretted it when I didn't buy them, but they were scarce, okay? So somebody actually reached out to me and sent this to me, gifted this to me, which I cannot believe how generous the plant community is. Like, it actually blows my mind. So this was gifted to me by Jesse. I'll put his Insta on the screen. It looks like he has an incredible plant collection. But yeah, he reached out and said, I think he was chopping his. So this, I believe, was a mid-cut, but like very well rooted. Like it has a really established root system in there, and then you can see up here it already has like a new vine shooting out from where it was cut here, and a little baby leaf that is probably not going to come out great just because of its travels and everything, and it's the first leaf after being cut. But oh my goodness, this plant is just stunning. It's everything I imagined it and hoped it to be. Like, it has these thick kind of leathery feeling leaves. I had never seen one of these or like touched one of these in person before, but this really is exactly how I imagined it to be. And I'm just so excited to have this in my care and to grow this. This looks like a DIY lazy pole. It's actually I'm quite impressed by it. I've never made one like this before. Anyways, it actually came to me without a pot. It was just in like a Ziploc bag with soil. So I transferred it into this pot from Houseplant Essentials and just added some of my, I think this is just some of my DIY mix in here. And I have this just living on my windowsill, like facing the light. So I'm hoping, I mean, I still have a lot to learn with this plant. Obviously, it's the first time I've ever grown it. So if you have one and you have any tips for me, especially regarding lighting and stuff, because I really want to get nice leaves that look just like really frosty, and yeah, I really want to try to get this in optimal growing conditions. Maybe I should pop it in my milsbo wide, I don't know. But yeah, I am just utterly obsessed with this, and I can't believe that somebody sent this to me out of the kindness of their heart. Like, it's just, yeah, it's a really special plant. Anyways, I just had to give her her own little segment on here to introduce you, because yeah, this one feels like a big deal. Thank you so much, Jessie, if you are watching. I'm assuming you watch my videos since you knew that I really wanted this plant, but yeah, wow. That's probably the most fun part of today's video. Because now we are moving on to, actually, let's do the moss poles and then let's do the pest stuff last. Do you see me just delaying the mealy treatment? Yeah, I'm just gonna go around with my squirt bottle and top up some of my moss poles. I've recently put more plants on poles, so there's, you know, yeah, there's a few that need to be checked in on. Also, I don't know what the heck is going on here with my epipremnum, but it looks like the stem is literally backwards at the top here. Do you see that? All of the roots are on the front of the vine. So I'm just kind of like, okay. Anyways, very strange. And this plant definitely got stunted after its fall here. I kind of want to just chop this one off, but maybe I'll leave it on for a little bit longer. Anyways, I'm gonna water that one, this one for my medium. Yeah, we're just gonna check on them all and do a bunch of them. Here's my Burley Marks Fantasy. I moved it over here in front of the window, hoping that it's gonna get more light at the top here because the leaves have just been pointing downwards. And so far it's doing okay. It just unfurled this leaf, which doesn't look amazing, but obviously it's gonna take some time to kind of settle in. Anyways, so I'm gonna top this off. I might do one more extension on this plant just to see if I can get some nice growth on it before chopping this all up. I did take cuttings in one of our last videos off of the smaller vine on this, but as for this main one, I think I'm going to do one more extension and let it grow out a little bit longer. Okay, that should be pretty good. And then I do have some poles in this cabinet, but they are moist as far as I know because this is just watered. This cabinet was just watered the other day. I'll give it a little top up. Yeah. It's pretty good. I don't know why the doors don't want to close properly on this anymore. Like the magnet or whatever is not. I try fiddling with this thing down here, but it doesn't do anything really. So I don't know what's going on. It just doesn't want to close. Really weird. Anyways, I've been locking it so that it stays shut. Oh, but that doesn't even, what's going on here? That did not even lock it properly. Hello? What is going on? Do you see what I mean? Okay, I close it and then activate the lock. You can see it. You can see that it's locked. See, not locked, locked. But then you can just, okay. That is strange. If anybody knows why it's like that, let me know. I think that that's it for the poles that need to be done, but I did just want to show y'all that, well, I said I'd rearranged, and I did. I kind of cleared out, it was feeling really cluttered, below the windows, so I kind of made it so that there's no plants in the middle part, and then I have my escaleto to the side there, because it was there beside the epipremnum, but it just felt pretty crowded, and I feel like I can kind of appreciate it more right there. So it just feels more open and nice. This is obviously messy right now, but yeah, so I did that. And then I also am starting to utilize the second window up there, which is kind of hilarious. You know, you have a plant problem when you need to climb up there and put your plants up there, but I have a whole bunch of Hoya up there. I have my quinquinervia, my kaimuki, my camphorifolia, my multiflora, and then my string of hearts. Oh, and of course my linearis on the side there. I also changed some things on this shelf. I moved my viderifolium prop and I moved an alocasia onto there as well. And then on this side, this obviously is messy right now as well, but I moved this table out and it's functioning as a little coffee table now, which is very cute. Those paintings are going to go up here. I just haven't hung them yet, so they're just kind of sitting there, but it makes it look a lot more crowded, but there is a little table behind there. This is the teeniest living room ever, so it's hard to kind of arrange it, but I feel like I've done a pretty good job, and this is gonna look good once it's all kind of finished. Anyways, I also cleared the middle area from plants, and then I just have my Jacqueline there by the couch, which I love. It's such a beautiful kind of statement plant. And then, as we saw, my Burley Marks Fantasy Philodendron is there as well. Also moved around some plants here, we have my Dragon's Breath, alocasia. Also my super silver croniana is hanging out up there, and my monstera albo is up here. Moved my philodendron mame to on top of the cabinet here because I just thought it looks kind of pretty on there, and then it can kind of grow towards the light. And then over here we have Thai constellation still in this spot, but I also moved in my, oh, this is another moss pole. I think I already did that one earlier today, actually. We have my Adansonii. Oh my goodness, why is it like back here? What's going on? What's going on? There we go. And then we also have the philodendron tortum over here now, which is kind of fun. This is a new leaf coming in. So cool. Okay, so I have a bunch of my Hoya out here in front of me because I want to check everyone. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing them already. Oh, I want to check all of these plants for mealies. I know for sure that they are on this variegated compacta. This is the one that I first spotted them on, which is unfortunate because, oh my gosh, stop it, baby. You scared me. Nobody wants mealybugs on their Hoya compacta because there's so many crevices. So I definitely just got very stressed when I saw that. It's obviously much more straightforward to remove them from a flat-leafed Hoya like this, but we're gonna do our best. So yeah, a lot of these I haven't seen them on yet, but I just want to give a thorough check. So what I'm going to be doing is just removing the mealies with a Q-tip dipped in isopropyl alcohol. I'm just going to manually remove them, the ones that I can see like that. And then I have a few different options, but I think that I'm just going to be removing the ones that I can see today because I actually am going to be trying a new herbal pesticide that Bios is launching. So I'm going to be testing that out, and I'm really excited to try it out because it sounds really great. So I kind of want to just manually remove, and then I'm going to treat my plants with that whenever it arrives, which I think it should be coming soon. But something else that has really been on my radar lately is diatomaceous earth. And yes, this is also by Bios brand. This video is not sponsored by Bios. I've just been really into using their products lately. But anyways, I don't know why I've never really gotten into using diatomaceous earth as a pest treatment, but I think that this is something that I'm going to start using a lot more because it's so much easier to spray. Like, you can mix it up in water and then spray it on your plants, and then you can leave it for like a few, sorry, I literally could see someone through the window and it sketched me out. But anyways, diatomaceous earth, you can spray it on your plants and then leave it on there for like a couple of weeks, whereas other treatments you have to redo like every few days or like once a week. So, and it's like completely safe and all natural. So yeah, I think that in the future I'm going to be using more diatomaceous earth, and I've been especially thinking about this lately because the other pest that I was going to talk to you about that I currently have on my plants is flat mites. And you might have seen this if you follow me on Instagram because I posted a video of them on there. Unfortunately, my Hoya Wilbur Graves, which I have been talking about how it's not looking good, it was giving me funky growth, it had these weird spots on it. Well, I finally looked at it under a microscope, and this is what I saw. The flat mites were on there just having a freaking party. So, oh my gosh, I've never seen that many of them. It just, oh, it totally just freaked me out. So I had to take down like all of the plants that were around it on that shelf and spray them with, I used the Safer's End All miticide. But that's just like a bit of a pain in the butt to use. And I don't like using sulfur. I've used sulfur before. I don't like using that for flat mites. It stinks. It just like, I don't know, it just sketches me out. But it also was super hard to get off of the leaves, the sulfur. I just didn't like it. There's a lot of things that I didn't like about it. So I think that this is going to be a great option, and I think that I'm actually going to be spraying my plants, my flat mite plants, down with this soon. They're going to be due for water soon, and I'm just going to spray them down rather than doing another round of the Safers, and then I can just leave that on for a couple of weeks. Flat mites you're typically supposed to treat for 6 weeks to make sure that they're gone. So yeah, that's kind of a rundown of what's going on with my pest situation. So I'm just going to get ready to do my mealy check here. Guess I don't need that many. Why am I taking so many out? I guess I'm just gonna start by going over this one. Let's see if I can see where they're congregating to show you. Ugh. It's hard to see them, but I know that they're in there. They are freaking in there. Ew. I'll see if I can show you what it looks like in between these leaves. Do you see? I don't know if you can see like in here, but there's like weird mealy stuff going on in there. Yeah, they're really going into the crevices. Oh, there's the bug. I'm actually just gonna remove this all white leaf here because they all seem to be hiding in and around it. And I already kind of broke it anyways. Yeah, that was their hub, I think, so. Anyways, I think I've removed all of the ones that I could see off of this, so great. I'm gonna move on to this Crimson Princess, and I can already see one. It's tiny, but it's coming in on, or it's on a little baby leaf that's coming in under here. So I'm just gonna do the same thing. Treat with the alcohol. That honestly might kill off that baby leaf as well, but what am I to do? They love the baby leaves. Like, I find that that's always where they want to go. Okay, this one's actually not bad. There was just a couple on there. Although hopefully none of these mealies have gone to the roots, because I did not like that situation when that happened. This is my Hoya latifolia snow queen, which has been in propagation. I think it rotted a while back. And I'm just gonna check it. I haven't seen anything on this one, but I just want to check it over because it's had mealies in the past. Yep, there's one literally on the tip of the vine here. I don't know if you'll, they're so small, some of these. Can you see that on the tip of the vine? There's a mealy just sitting there. I really need to pot this up soon. On my list of repots that I need to do. Okay, this is a Hoya Thomsonii. This has been propagating for a while too. Honestly, since like July. It's been a long time. So I need to add this back into the mother plant soon, but let's just do a little mealy check here. I don't really see anything on this one. So that's good. Maybe they don't like the fuzzy leaves. This poor Hoya, oh my goodness, this one has just been on the struggle bus like literally since I received it. It looked amazing when I got it, and then it just so promptly went downhill, and this is one that I really want to be able to grow. This is Hoya cystiantha, and yes, it looks very yellow and unwell. It's been in perlite. I've been trying to get it to root, and it looked like it was rooting, but now I don't know because I don't see any roots on the outside of the thing, and it's been in here for a long time. So, and there's been zero new growth. It's done absolutely nothing. I don't see any mealies on it, so that's good. It has had mealies in the past, but I don't see any this time. Oh my gosh, it feels thin. Should I pull it out and check? I'm gonna pull it out. We'll see if there's any roots on this. Oh my gosh. What the heck is going on here? It looked like there was roots. Did I just break this off? Did I just break this off? Oh my gosh. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Why didn't y'all stop me? Oh my gosh, is that? No. This was the root system. But that's it. And it's been in there forever. Oh. Man. Okay, I'm gonna put it back in the perlite, and then I think that maybe I will put it in my cabinet, or a Ziploc bag would be even better since it's been on the pest shelf. If I just broke those roots off, I'm so annoyed right now. I'm gonna use a Q-tip to kind of dig it a hole. I don't want to stick my mealy finger in there. My air purifier is like going on turbo mode. I think it senses the rubbing alcohol. In Ziploc, we trust. I'll probably replace this plant if I can't save it, because it has really cool blooms, and I also really love the foliage. So it is one that I want to keep in my collection for sure. It's from Plant Haven, Toronto, and I know that they're doing a restock tomorrow, actually. I wonder if they'll have any. I have a new discount code for Plant Haven Toronto, by the way. They changed it for 2024, so the new one is just wild fern. If you're ever ordering anything from them, you can get, I believe, 15% off your order. I'm very excited to check out their restock though, even though I should not be buying new plants. Okay, so she's gonna live in there. Should I also put her in the greenhouse? No, I think I'll leave, well, No, I think I'll leave her on the shelf where she is, but in the Ziploc. Okay, and then we just have to check over my chicken farm, which I haven't seen anything on this one, thankfully, because I wouldn't be happy. I love my chicken farm. She's always blooming for me, and she is so pretty. I really need to repot her though. Oh my gosh, she's working on another. Oh, there is mealies on there. They're on the peduncle. Oh my gosh, get the heck off. They're literally right on the peduncle. 2 of them. Try to show you. Like, how rude. How freaking rude. Can you see? What the heck? Ew. Hopefully that doesn't kill that peduncle too. So annoying. Yeah, that new herbal pesticide cannot get here soon enough. I'm for sure going to be spraying all of these mealy plants down with it. I think it's a spray. I honestly don't know too much about it though. I'm like checking the peduncles now because I'm like, what the heck? Yeah, they really like new juicy growth. Like, they don't really like old woody or hardened leaves. These are some of my newer Hoya that I have yet to pot up. They're still in sphagnum. They've been doing pretty well, but oh my gosh, the mealies are all over this one. Oh, that is so annoying. See, this is the problem with having your plants all so close together. These are all kind of clustered on the same shelf, and now this is the issue that I'm facing. Oh, this had a peduncle but died. Probably because it's infested. Ew, they're little antennas. This is such a strange hobby, you guys, that we're in here. Like, literally have to spend my afternoon cleaning these weird furry little bugs off of my houseplants. Like, non-plant people don't even know. Like, they don't even know the half of what is involved with this. Oh my gosh. Okay, my air purifier is just, you can settle down now. This one is just, yeah, it's really gonna just need to be sprayed down. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to consistently treat pretty much all the plants on my shelf, my VidShow shelf, because this issue just keeps popping up, and then I won't see them for a while, and I'll be like, oh great, the mealybugs are gone, and now I have the flat mite situation. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to consistently treat for a while to make sure that everything is actually gone, because I definitely get ahead of myself and just like get lazy, and I'm like, oh, it's good enough, like they're gone, but then they pop back up again. Okay, that is good enough for that one. And these ones are literally on the same tray, so I actually don't really see anything on this one. Maybe because it's so wispy that they're just like not interested in this one. Okay, works for me. And then this one, which is so pretty, what is this called again? I think Sumatra UT001 or something like that, but it is so pretty. I love this one so much. So let's see if we're dealing with anything. Surprisingly, I'm not really seeing anything on this one either. I guess they just like the mini bow, or mini pixie, this one. There's so many more crevices on that one for them to hide. Oh my gosh, I just can't get over how pretty this one is. I love it. Clean out that tray too. This is getting crowded now. I just have one more to check, and it is my Hoya compacta. This is supposed to be Moana Loa, the inner variegated, but only this one is inner variegated, and then it started reverting, and then it pushed out this long reverted vine. So yeah, gosh, I do not feel like checking another compacta over, and this one's way bigger too. I don't think that my big green compacta has been exposed. However, I do think it has flat mites, which sucks, but I'm just treating it for flat mites and it should be fine. It's only lost 2 leaves from that, but I don't think it has mealies. I don't think it was close enough to these plants. Oh. I think I'm gonna chop this up because I really want to see if I can get more variegation out of the new growth. I really want just like a nice, long, full variegated compacta. I don't even care if it's the inner or the outer variegated. I just want one. But I haven't had luck growing either the inner or the outer variegated. I've only had luck with just the green compacta. Not seeing any mealies here. It looks like gross and dirty though, so it's kind of hard to tell, but I'm not seeing any mealies themselves. This plant does look like it needs a thorough wash though. I'll just treat this one when that stuff shows up as well, because I just to prevent anything from getting on here. This growth is actually really nice. Even though it's just green, it's like super dark. It's really pretty. This was probably the furthest away from the infested plants. It was still on the same shelf, but it was not close to them, so I guess that's why it got lucky. But yeah, okay, I think that that is all of them. Fun times over here, you guys. I'm just gonna put these all back. I think some of them actually need to be watered as well, so I'm just gonna do that and kind of clean everything up. But that is going to be it for today, so I will see y'all tomorrow for another day of plant chores. Okay, hello everybody, welcome to day 2 of working on some plant things. I am just about to get started here, and looking at my to-do list for today, we have a doozy on here. It is to repot my bakeri seedlings, anthurium bakeri. I'm going to check in on them. I honestly have not opened those little seedling trays in so long. So I need to check in on them, see what the roots, like what stage of growth we're at. I think that some of them have 2 leaves now, and they're gonna have to be moved out of there pretty soon. So yeah, I think that we might be starting potting those all up, and I don't even know what I'm gonna do because there's so many. There's like 200 of them. So I think I'm gonna be doing like multiples per pot because I do not have space to have, you know, 200 nursery pots just chilling. So yeah, my goodness, that's a big one. So we'll check in on those. And then I also want to repot the my mama, like my bigger anthurium bakeri, because she has needed a repot for like a year now. She's birthed, she's been through it, you know? So we really need to just give her the love and attention. I feel like I just want to, like, you know, I want to put her feet up, give her a massage. Like, she's really put in the work. So the least we can do is give her a roomier pot. I don't even know how she's still just going in this tiny one that she's been living in pretty much her whole life. But yeah, so it'll be really exciting to repot her. She very much so deserves it. And then also on my list, I have to water my milsbo tall cabinet. I feel like I always have to water that cabinet, especially when I'm filming. I don't know what it is about that, but I do have to water it a lot because it gets quite warm. But we'll do that. Oh yeah, I also need to fertilize. I'm gonna be adding my Osmocote slow release to a lot of the plants in there. And then I also want to add some BIOS to my Monstera Thai Constellation. I've given it BIOS before, which is, it's like an all-natural organic fertilizer. Basically, it adds healthy bacteria and microbes to the soil, and then those kind of like break down and produce food for your plant. So it's a really great product because even if I'm like behind on fertilizing, the BIOS is still working to feed my plants 24/7. Yeah, it's a great product, and I use it on my plants that I just like especially love to baby. Like my Monstera Esqueleto is one that I like to use it on, and that plant's doing amazing. I also use it on my Monstera Thai, but it just needs to I need to top it up because you're supposed to do it once a month, I believe. So I need to do that again. And yeah, I think that that is it for my plant stuff today. Yeah, I mean, there's so much more I could do, honestly, but I have a few videos on the go. I'm gonna be doing another spring plant chores, and what else? There's another plant chores video that oh yeah, I think I'm gonna do a video on like redoing my milsbo cabinet, my milsbo wide. Anyways, I'm going to bring those seedlings over to the table and we can take a look at them, and yeah, I'm scared. I'm honestly scared. There's just so many of them. They're like a little army. Okay, I just realized something. And it's that I should have prepared these for the transition to being, you know, out in the open in a pot by opening these little vents to get them kind of acclimated from this super high humidity in here. Why didn't I do that? I do not know. Okay, well maybe today I will just check on them, top up any watering that needs to be done, and then open all of the vents and leave them like that for another few days, because yeah, I just feel like it's gonna be better to transition them. Dang, I really thought we were gonna be doing a lot of repotting today. It didn't even come into my brain to do that. And then these ones, I don't even know what the heck I'm gonna do. Oh my gosh. There's so many of them in there. These are the ones that they're, I guess, a few days older than these other ones, because I harvested these berries before I even had, I just got really excited when I saw that they were ripe. I harvested these a few days before the seedling trays arrived. So I just had to put them in here because I didn't have anywhere else to put them. And then the seedling trays just completely filled up, so I just left them in here, but there's so many of them in here. Oh my goodness. It is just crazy. Like, yeah, it's just crazy. I wonder if my little dome lids will fit on this. Let's try it. I have pots that these little domes fit over, but maybe I'll just have it on here. And again, it has the little vent that can open. So maybe I'll do that to kind of transition these, but like shield them from the elements a little bit. I'll just have that sitting on top. Oh, goodness. I'm not prepared to be a grandmother. All right, well, let's just take a look inside all of these while we have them out. They're so cute. Like, what in the actual heck? Oh, I don't even know if they're gonna need water. They're like wet, but what the actual heck? These are so cute. Do they even need to be potted up yet? Like, they look fine in here to me, honestly. Can I leave them in here longer? Or like, people who have done this before, let me know. When is the right time to move them to a potting mix in a pot? Oh, there is some roots on the bottom. No, there's not. That's just sphagnum. I thought that these were going to be like more rooty than they are. And actually, they're not bad. They look a little drier though. Like, they could use a spray for sure. I think I'm going to give these my Marfill water, because that's not going to be as like aggressive as a chemical fertilizer or something. See, those are definitely drier. I do want to make sure they're well watered before I open up the vents. Oh wow, this one has a crazy root growing out. Do you see that crazy root right there? Wow, they are so cute. I just cannot believe, like, this is literally like the lazy girl anthurium bakeri, because I did not do a single thing to end up with all of these. It just completely self-pollinated and birthed for me. And these are all, almost all of these, like I'm seeing one empty cell, but I also think like it was kind of hard to keep track when I was putting all of the seeds in here, so I think I might have missed the odd one. I see one empty cell. There's one that didn't really sprout. There's one tiny leaf, so maybe that wasn't a very strong seed. In this one, you can see there's like, oh my gosh, there's a tiny leaf in that one. I don't even think you're gonna be able to see. And then this one, I can't really see anything. But this is the only, is it the only tray like that? Yeah, that's the only tray like that. All the other ones have sprouted. This is basically a 100% success rate. I don't know why I thought like 50% of them weren't gonna make it. Now here I am. Oh my goodness. I had comments about people saying that I should send them to my subscribers. And honestly, I would freaking love to do that. Like if you're local, 100%, like I will give you a whole tray of these. I'm so serious. It's just so, like, I truly wish I could send one of these to everyone, but it's just so expensive to ship plants in Canada, like so insanely expensive. But yeah, I truly, like, if I could afford it, I would mail these out to all y'all. But it's just like, shipping costs are absurd. I'm just staring at them, like it's just, I think this is the strongest tray. And it's also the one that feels like the most moist, so that's interesting. That's very interesting. Maybe this one had a really good spot under the lights or something. These are all growing under my Barina grow lights, by the way. Anyways, I think I'm going to go grab some of my Marfil, which is like I think it's actually a soil conditioner. It's a phytoplankton, like nutrient mix for plants that I've been using lately. I think I'm gonna get that and then water these with that. Okay, all of our baby anthurium are put away, and now I think I'm going to move on to watering the milsbo tall cabinet. I actually, there's just so many plant things to be done right now. The list is honestly, it's ever growing. I have anthurium that I need to repot in there, but I don't know if I have time to do that today. I'm already losing light and I need to film another video after this as well. But I for sure want to fertilize these plants with Osmocote and water them. So I'm gonna grab my bucket. Look at this. It is like, not almost gone, but it is over half gone, which is so crazy because I remember when I got this and everybody's like, you're never gonna use that up. Like, that's such an absurd amount of Osmocote, but it's getting used up. So, and I have no idea where I'm gonna buy another big bucket like this. So if anyone has any info on that, do tell. But yeah, it's really served me well over the years. Anyways, I think I'm just gonna bring all of the plants out onto the table, and then I'm going to just do like an assembly line and put all of the Osmocote in, and then I'll move them over to the sink and water them, and then I'll move them back to the cabinet. The plants in this cabinet are actually in some pretty serious need of help. So in order for me to sleep soundly tonight, I think that I'm gonna have to do some repots and also some other stuff. There seems to be what looks like a fungal issue going on with one of the Hoya, which is really unfortunate because this is one of my favorite Hoya, and I don't know why that happened. I don't know, but you can see that there's yellow spots on, like, look at this leaf, for example. There's yellow spots on a lot of the leaves, and that's what it looks like on the top of the leaf. And then on the underside of the leaf, it's like this weird white, like, what the heck? I feel like it's fungal. And the only fungicide that I own right now is the sulfur. And I don't really know much about like fungal things on plants, so I don't know if the sulfur is what I need to treat this particular issue, but I guess I'm gonna have to try it because, like, what the heck? That sucks. I would be really sad if this plant died. Anyways, that's something that needs to be done. It doesn't seem to be on any of the other plants, which is good. But yeah, unfortunately on that one. And then the plants that I need to repot are pretty much just anthurium. I think 3 anthurium and an alocasia, which I'm just gonna try to fly through those. I think I'm gonna start, well, okay, I'm gonna do the repots first. I'm gonna go wash my hands and everything after touching that plant. And then I think I'm just gonna set up on the floor and we're just gonna do like a couple of snappy repots, just because I've been putting off repotting these anthurium for so long, and I know how detrimental that is, like, at this point of me pushing it off for so long. So it just needs to be done because I'm starting to see signs on the plants and they're also, like, not really growing. So yeah, let's just do it. We are set up to repot on the floor, which honestly feels kind of like, I don't know, it feels like a throwback. I used to always film doing all of my plant chores on the floor. At my old place, I literally didn't even have a table, like a kitchen table or a dining table. So I used to do a lot of stuff just on my floor. So it's kind of nice to be back down here. Anyways, I have all of my supplies and we're just going to hop right into it. This is the first one, my anthurium moodianum, which, oh my gosh. I think that's damage from the fan maybe, because this new leaf was growing right. It just has a couple spots. It doesn't like look terrible or anything. I just got worried for a second that it was from getting whatever like fungus thing is in there. I don't think so. Anyways, let's focus on the repotting now. Anthurium moodianum, beautiful. I love this one so much, and it's definitely just outgrown the cabinet. Oh my gosh, look at how tall. This like literally looks like it could go on a moss pole. Like, it has so many big aerial roots. Yeah, I love this anthurium so much. I think I'm gonna take it out of the cabinet. So let's do her first. Maybe this looks like it could be a good size. And I've got my Molly's mix, of course. This gal out of here. Honestly, I feel like I could use the pot extenders already for this one, just to make this a little bit taller. Okay, I am gonna go in with a pot extender or two These are from Russo Plant Care, and I've used them on a couple of my other anthurium, and I really like just being able to extend the pots a little bit higher. They're stackable as well. So I'll start with one and see how I feel. Also gonna remove just these little tiny lower leaves. So they're just gonna be getting like buried anyways. Now I think these little tabs just get folded. From what I remember last time I used these. And then they just kind of go in here. Oh, right, and then I use greening pins to secure it. Right, it's coming back to me. This like just fits. This pot, I think these are meant for 6-inch pots, and this looks like it might be a 5-inch, but it like just fits. And then I just use these greening pins to kind of like stake it in like a tent. There's one. I'm also going to support it with just this clear stake. This is my last clear stake from North Shore Tropicals. I love them so much just because they look so sleek. Just gonna stick that wherever I can get it in. There we go. Then that can just kind of support the plant up too. There we go. I'm just gonna stick with the one layer for the pot extender for now, and then I can always add another one down the line. This plant looks so much better. Oh my goodness, it really needed that repot. So I'm just gonna set it aside so that I can water it after. Next, we have Anthurium King of Spades. Oh, we didn't put my little, I really like these tags, so I'm gonna put that back in with my Moodianum. Anyways, we have my Anthurium King of Spades. Beautiful, beautiful Anthurium. Grows super slowly, probably because it's so root bound. Oh my gosh, like, yeah, it's so bad. Like, who am I to be keeping my plants like that? That's atrocious. So let's get this sized up. Oh my gosh. Also gonna remove this leaf because it's just literally yellow. Pull that out. Oh, oh my gosh. These roots, they look healthy, but wow. They are so chunky. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. I'm actually gonna do the same size pot, I think. This one could even go bigger, but maybe I should do bigger. I'm like an Anthurium abuser. Unintentionally, I just end up neglecting them. Is that even bigger? That's a little bit bigger. Okay, I'll go with this one. It's a nicer pot too. I will go with that one. Molly's mix again. Also gonna go in with a pot extender for this one. Let's do this again.
She's a very smart woman.
Who?
Olive, I mean.
Okay, my boyfriend got home and had dinner for us, so I just had some dinner and have my cozy sweater on now because it's getting chilly. We have 2 more plants to repot, and then we're gonna fly through the fertilizing and watering. So maybe let's go ahead and do the alocasia. This is alocasia olani, and is that what it's called? I think so. This has been in water for quite a while because it I always say that. It rotted in the fall, so I had to reroot it. It does have some weird growth on this newest leaf. It came in funky, so I don't know if that is like related to this fungal thing that seems to be going on in there, but I'm just gonna cut that one off, unfortunately. Yeah, bye-bye. And let's do okay. Is this gonna be good? Yeah, I'll do that pot. This is a 4-inch pot. Okay, that was an easy one. And then we just have one more after this. My anthurium. This is a red crystal dorayaki hybrid, and it is so pretty. This leaf came in super pinky. It's fading down now, but yeah, wow, this is so pretty. I'm really excited to watch it get even bigger. This came to me as a tiny seedling, and it's growing into such a beautiful plant. It's so sparkly, so sparkly. So yeah, I'm excited to watch this. I'm excited to watch this to continue to grow. And again, lots of roots. They look healthy. It's kind of satisfying to see like the roots keep the shape of the pot like this. Okay, and I'm gonna size this up to, probably gonna do one of these guys. I think this is a 5-inch. Yeah, 5-inch. I love how these pots from Houseplant Essentials have the measurements of the pot on the bottom of each of them. Makes it so easy for me to tell you guys what size I'm using. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be perfect. And at the bottom of the barrel here with this bag of mollies, I might have to use some of my DIY mix because I don't feel like going downstairs and getting the other one. And that's what it looks like. This is honestly probably one of the cutest plants in my collection. It is just, it's adorable. And I know the lighting is looking shite now, so I'm so sorry for that. We're gonna move over to the table. Actually, I'm gonna run some water through these at the sink, and then I'll meet you at the table because I don't want them to just be sitting in this bone dry soil. Well, let's gather up some of these chunky ones that we missed. Okay, hello. I can't tell if this lighting is just absurd or not, but it was so dark here because the sun just went down. It's 6:00 p.m. And nearly pitch black outside already. So although the days are getting longer, so I'm not complaining, but yeah, I think next fall I'm definitely gonna invest in some decent lighting for my videos because it's been a struggle over this winter having to fit my filming into like such a tight window, and then sometimes it'll still be super dark, and yeah, it would just be nice to be able to have my videos well lit at all times. Anyways, right now I've literally just turned some of my, I can't look at them, they're so bright, some of my grow lights around to face me so that I can film this segment and you can see what I'm doing. But we have all of the greenhouse plants here, the milsbo tall, and like I said, I'm just going to be osmocoating them. I have looked up before what the amount is that I'm supposed to put in each pot, but now I honestly just kind of eyeball it. But you can find that information like on an osmocoat bottle if you buy it, or just Google it. But for me, yeah, I'm literally just gonna be estimating. So right in front of me here I have my begonia iron cross, which is looking so much better than it was before because I repotted it. I was actually doing that, well, I think I did it off screen actually in the video I was talking about, but I showed you the result, and yeah, it's definitely perked up. I am gonna get my shears though because there's some leaves that need to be cut off. These damaged ones just aren't coming back, so it's just time for them to go. But the rest of the plant looking really cute, doing really well, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of osmocoat in there. I actually have an Amazon cart full of fertilizers that I want to get because I need to restock. I'll just chat with you while I kind of do these. I need to restock my general hydroponics 3-part fertilizer series, because now I have more plants in pond, and I think that that's just what I'm going to continue to use because I've had good luck with it in the past. So I need to restock that. And then I also need to get a new liquid fertilizer, but I've just kind of been holding off on putting that order in because I have all this osmocoat. So I'm like, why don't I just use this for a bit before I rush and get liquid fertilizer? Although I don't know. Oh my gosh. No, don't fall. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm probably going to order my fertilizers next month, but I just figured for now I can hold off for a little bit and just use up my osmocoat. Not use up. And I still want to keep some osmocoat on hand as well because it's just really convenient. And like there's specific plants that I prefer to use osmocoat on. For example, my wally grows, I just fertilize with osmocoat usually because it's easiest for me to just water those in the shower, and then I can just do that without having to worry about using fertilizer water. I think I'm gonna take this Red Anderson out of the cabinet. It's just, yeah, it's getting too tall. This leaf was like up against something and it came in kind of weird, and it also just needs to be chopped soon. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave this out. It's been struggling a little bit. Also, I'm kind of over Monstera obliqua. I don't know about anyone else, but I love my Adansonii, I love my Esqueleto, and I'm just kind of like, I just don't feel the need to have Monstera obliqua in my collection. I don't know. Maybe I'll change my mind. I have like 5 of them and I'm just like, ugh, I don't know. I'm just not really into that plant anymore, I guess. How beautiful is my Piper? Like, it's literally so pretty. I don't know how more people aren't into this plant. It's so gorgeous. I love the teardrop shape of the leaf. It's like a forget-eye shape. It's so, so cute, and the pink, and oh, it's just gorgeous. And honestly, a pretty easygoing plant too. I love mine. I have my Hoya Hushcleona up here. I'm just gonna reach and do that one. This is my anthurium forget-eye Goliath that I repotted. I also did this in that last video that I'm talking about where I repotted that begonia. I think it was my last week of plant chores, is that what it was? Or an afternoon of plant chores? Gosh, I don't remember which one it was. But yeah, this is looking so good. This is a new leaf that's still hardening off, but this is an older one, and look how just like dark and beautiful it is. I can't wait to see this plant grow and mature even more. It's just so pretty. This is in Molly's, I think, but it's been a little while since I repotted it, so I will just add in some of this fertilizer. And then this is an anthurium forgetii that lives in the cabinet as well. But honestly, I think I'm gonna take this out soon. I have a whole bunch of other forgetii in my other cabinet to repot, and I kind of want to put them all in a big pot and just have like a big bushy forgetii. I love this anthurium so much. It's difficult for me, and I don't know why. I know people say that it's such an easy anthurium, but I've just always struggled with it, if I'm being honest. Anyways, let's fertilize it for now. I'm gonna kind of work it under because there's a layer of moss. I'm gonna put it under that. There we go. Yeah, these obliquas I'm not gonna fertilize because well, should I put a little bit? Oh, I don't know. I wanna get rid of them, I think. This syngonium albo, this needs to get combined with my bigger one. I need to repot my syngonium albo soon because I have cuttings that need to go back in there. This one needs to go back in there. This I can't add Osmocote because it's in moss, but I do need to pot that up soon. My albo polynera, or outer variegated. So pretty. Don't want it to touch that weird fungusy one. My peperomia prostrata, I don't know if you can see it, but it's literally on the edge of the table here. I'm just gonna put some fertilizer. The love of my life, my philodendron El Guapo, or SP Silver, is doing so well. I cannot believe that this leaf came from that wet stick. It's so crazy. Add some Osmocote into that one. I feel like this one needs like all the energy it can get to sustain these big leaves. And then we just have my Adansonii here, which lives on top of my cabinet. And that's it. So now watering is so quick because I'm just gonna bring these all over to the sink and just water them through. Don't have to mix anything up, which is so nice. Okay, I just did the sulfur on the Hoya. I freaking hate using sulfur. I'm no longer gonna be using it for flat mites, but if there is like a fungal issue, then I guess I'll use it for those plants. So that one has been treated. And I also sprayed it on my philodendron serpens because it has this weird yellowing issue. I have no idea if it's fungal or not. I have such, like, I don't have any understanding of fungal issues in plants. It's one thing when it comes to houseplants that I have no idea. So I just kind of, it's just a guessing game for me whenever I see something strange pop up on them that looks like it could be fungal. Anyways, this is the sulfur that I have. And now the last thing that I have to do tonight is just put a scoop of bios into my Monstera Thai constellation because I don't want to forget to do it. So let's do it right now. And then I'm gonna call it a night. So I'm just gonna do, I'm probably gonna do like maybe 2 tablespoons or a tablespoon and a half. That's what it looks like. I also recently added Osmocote, but let's add that on there as well. And a little bit more just for good measure. All right, that is going to be it for today. It is now 7 p.m. so I'm just going to, I think I've got some emails to do, just like some online work, and then wind down time for bed. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you tomorrow for one more day of plant chores. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to this video. Welcome to day 3 of working on some plant things. Today, we are tackling some repotting. I have the plants here in front of me right now. I forgot that I wanted to repot my anthurium bakeri when I was gonna repot the seedlings, when we were kind of checking on those. I totally forgot about the mama here. Poor thing. Oh my gosh, I thought it was a mealy, but it's not. So we're gonna be repotting her, and also a couple of other plants that I have really been needing to repot. I've been putting them off for so long, so it's gonna feel really good when that's done. And then I think after this, all I'm gonna do is water some of my hoya that are on my second window. I've recently, I think I showed you already, actually, that I've moved some of my hoya up to the higher window up there. So I need to climb up there today, get them down, check on them, see how they're doing up there, and give them some water. I'm in a bit of a hoya craze right now, which I kind of have been the past like year. I feel like I didn't truly appreciate hoya until fairly recently, and I actually placed a new order for, I purchased 6 hoya, you guys, 6 new hoya. Do I need 6 new hoya in my home? No, but did I do it anyways? Yes. Plant Haven Toronto had a restock, and their hoya selection is just absolutely phenomenal. So I could not help myself. So I don't know when those are gonna come, honestly. I don't know if it's gonna be this week or next week. I guess it depends whenever they ship out. I don't know if I missed like the deadline or whatever to get them this week, but I'll probably do a whole unboxing video to show you those. But I'm very excited, and yeah, I'm just in this total hoya just obsession mood right now, particularly for hoya blooms. So yeah, I'm not gonna say too much, but I am really excited to show you the new hoya that I got, and I'm also just excited to like obsess over the hoya I already have. That's why I'm keen to get up there and check on those ones and water them and everything today. But before we do that, we have to do some repotting, and I'm all set up here. I've got my pots picked out that I'm going to be using for all of these plants, and I've got my DIY mix here. That's what I'm going to be using. These are all really hardy plants, so I'm just going with my DIY mix because I think that they'll be perfectly happy in that. I think that they're all in my DIY mix, except for this one. I guess I'll just start off by showing you the plants that we're gonna be repotting. Oh my goodness, look at her. Look at her. Oh, I love this plant. It's so gorgeous. This is my Aglaonema Silver Bay, and I actually got this in a trade with my friend Dakota I think it was in July, and I have not repotted it since then. It's still in this little 4-inch pot. I'm assuming this is a DIY mix that he made. It looks really great and really chunky, and this plant has been happy. It's just drying out so fast on me, which is why I'm saying that I should have repotted it like months ago, but I didn't. And luckily it's a very tough plant. It's also sitting on a shelf where I've discovered both mealybugs and spider mites recently. I don't see any pests on it, but there could be. There definitely could be. One yellow leaf that I'll probably remove as well. But overall, it looks amazing. It just needs an upsize and some fresh potting mix, and I'm sure that she'll continue to thrive. Also is working on a new leaf, which is amazing. And then we already talked about the bakeri, but yes, my mama bakeri. Look at this. That is so pretty. This one is such an underrated anthurium, honestly, because it's so beautiful, but it's also like the easiest plant of all time. Like it's like so hardy. Yeah, she's gorgeous, and she's been cramped in this tiny 4-inch pot for a long time, like over a year. She has birthed berries in here. She has another inflow making its way out. She continues to push out leaves somehow. I don't know how she's doing that in the little pot, so we really need to upgrade her. And then another plant that has been living in a tiny pot for a really long time is my Hoya Croniana Super Silver. Oh my goodness, look at her. Look at her. That is just so pretty. Man, I love this Hoya so much. I also lucked out and got this in a trade a while ago now. Was it 2 years ago? Year and a half ago? Year and a half ago, I think, maybe. And yeah, it's just done amazing for me. Like, it does not miss a beat. It's been blooming like crazy lately also. There's, it just dropped the last of the blooms, the active blooms that it had, but it just has tons of peduncles everywhere. So I feel like this is gonna be one of those Hoya that's just like a constant bloomer for me. It is losing some of its silver down here. I wonder why that is. I'll probably trim. Should I trim up to the silver? Let me know what you think. If that's, because I want to obviously get silver growth on this. It looks like only this one vine is maybe reverting a little bit. I'll have to consider that, but yeah, just a stunning plant. Okay, let's start with the bakeri. She's right here beside me. I'm gonna be using this 5-inch pot. I wish I had a 6-inch. The only 6-inch that I have available right now. I really should have like doubled my order the last time I ordered pots, because I've already used them all up in like the past 2 weeks, the ones that I ordered. But the only 6-inch I have, I think I'm gonna use for the aglaonema. I can always upgrade this whenever a 6-inch becomes available. 6-inch is definitely like my most commonly used pot size. But anyways, I'm sure she'll appreciate like any amount of size up, you know? So let's just get her in there. These are super easy, quick repots. So yeah, that's great. Can you see? Can you see there? Maybe I'll do that. I'm just gonna get her out of here carefully. I think she'll come right out because it's a plastic pot. Oh, oh my goodness. Yeah, see, she is like, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry, girl. And this is barely a size up. Should I use that 1 6-inch for her? Oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll put the aglaonema in the 5-inch instead. I just feel like she needs the 6-inch. She deserves it. She's been through a lot. Oh man. Okay, I'm changing my mind. I'm changing my mind. Now that I actually see it in there, I'm like, that size up would not last us very long. Put a little bit more in there. Okay. Oh, that's perfect. That's gonna be so much better. Oh my goodness. Look at you, girl. Look at you. Okay, so just gotta fill this now. I actually watered this plant yesterday, which normally when you water a plant before you repot, it's super messy, there's wet soil everywhere. But since this one is just so compacted, because it's so root bound, it's literally didn't make a mess at all. And my battery's gonna die, so if it dies while I'm filling this, then I will show you it when it's all repotted. Oh, I can't wait to see the next leaf she gives me. I feel like she's gonna be so happy after this. I think I'm gonna cut this inflow off, honestly, because I'm overrun by her babies already. No offense, girl, no offense. Okay, actually, my battery is not dead yet, so that's great. So, there is, it's so hard to show her. There she is in her new pot. Oh my goodness, this is so much more appropriate for her. So much more appropriate. I'm gonna put her in the sink so that I can water her through, but oh, I feel so good about doing that finally. Oh my goodness, I put that off for way, way, way too long. You poor thing, I'm so sorry. Okay, next, let's tackle the Hoya. This is definitely the one I'm the most nervous about because Hoya roots can get really stuck to terracotta. I might have to take a butter knife and kind of go around the edges, but I'm gonna try to see if she will just come out by pulling gently. She might. Oh my gosh, I think it's actually, nice, it actually came out. Oh my goodness, yeah. These plants are just like, yeah, I feel like a bad plant mother today, that's for sure. Okay, so let's fill this up with some mix. Honestly, I could put even more. There, that's perfect. Now I just need to fill it. I have got her all potted. I just feel like I need to sort out, like make her vines lay nicely again. There we go. There we go. Get that one out. There we go. Okay, she's all done. Oh my goodness. What a beauty. I love her. I hope she's gonna give me more fresh blooms soon because I just love seeing them so much. Croniana is amazing for blooming. All right, off to the sink with her. All right, so we are moving on to the last plant, which is my Aglaonema Silver Bay. I'm actually really curious to see what the roots are gonna look like on this because I don't have many Aglaonema. I only have one other one, I think. I would like to get the Pictum tricolor. That's actually one that I'm kind of keeping my eye out for lately. Like if I could find one for a good deal or get one through a trade or something. Since I do have this one and the Manila's Pride, which I really love. I kind of want to give that one a try, even though I've heard that they can be pretty difficult. They're just so cool looking. Okay, let's get her out of here. Oh my goodness. Okay, she's very root bound, but the roots look so healthy. Wow. That's so satisfying to see. This is a very happy plant. I always do a little root mealy check for my plants that live on my Vitcho shelf now, but it looks good, thankfully. Wow, those are really nice roots. Okay, so like I said, we only have this 5-inch now to work with for this one, but it's gonna have to do, I guess, for a little while at least. There we go. Maybe I'll make it a little straighter because it was kind of crooked. Try to do it like that. And I'm gonna remove this leaf like I said. It's also a crispy bit, I'm gonna pull that off. There we go. Is that gonna be straight? Yeah. Okay, that looks pretty darn good. There we go, super easy. You can see the new leaf coming in on this one right here. Can't wait to see that. Now the question is it still gonna fit in this cover pot? Honestly, not bad. The lip sticks out a little bit, but I think I'm still gonna use it for now until I find a bigger one. Okay, I'm gonna clean this up first, and then I'm gonna climb up there and grab our Hoya down. All right, so I've got all the Hoya down there. These four, 1, 2, 3, 4 are the ones that I put up there probably about a week ago. As many of us know, the linearis, which is over at the sink now, has been up there for a long time, like since I moved in here. I just thought, well, I'm always trying to kind of rearrange and utilize my space the best that I can. So I recently kind of rearranged in front of my window areas, and I just realized that I had so much empty space up there at that second window, and I kind of really want to turn that into just like a Hoya window. So yeah, that's kind of my idea behind that. But the first plant that I've popped up there is actually my Hoya multiflora, and I'm not sure whether I'm going to be keeping this one up there. I'm actually honestly not sure what I'm just doing with this plant in general, because as you can see, it looks just kind of crazy. I'm actually not going to be repotting this, or sorry, I'm not going to be watering this plant along with the others in this video, because I am repotting it later on this afternoon for a Patreon video. I'm doing a full dedicated like repotting my plants in pon video. So this one is in pon and it really needs a repot, so I'm gonna be repotting it today, which is so exciting. But anyways, it's kind of hard to decide what type of lighting to put multiflora in, because when it's in low light, it gives you beautiful big leaves, like even bigger than the ones that are on mine, and just like dark and gorgeous looking. This thing grows like a weed, by the way. But when you have it in high light, then you get tons of blooms. Mine's budding up again. She's always blooming. So, gosh, I don't know. It's hard to decide. Maybe I'll keep her up in the window for a while and then I'll see. I don't want really like light bleached looking leaves on her, but we'll see. Maybe once we get closer to like summer, I'll have to take her down because the sun will be really strong up there. She kind of looks like a strange tree, but yeah, she's just doing her thing. I guess I'll have to decide later today how I'm gonna repot her. The next plant that I have up there is my Hoya Kaimuki, which is this stunning gal right here. And I actually recently cut off the vines. I got so fed up. She had the craziest vines just going everywhere, and they'd been there for so long. And I know people say don't cut off the vines because they're gonna grow leaves or whatever, but she can push out new growth and grow leaves on that, because I was just so over it. So yeah, no more big crazy vines on her, and honestly I'm really happy with my decision. It looks so much better. You can see where the sap like hardened off from where I cut that. But yeah, no new growth yet, I don't think. I'll have to keep my eye out on that one. And then of course my Hoya quinquenervia, which is just like a crazy looking gal. She has so many leaves, and a lot of them are just like kind of weird. Anyways, recently repotted her as well. If this could get sun stressed, I would be so happy, because these sun stress beautifully. I've just never managed to get any sun stressing on mine, but maybe now that it's up there on that top south-facing window, it might happen for me. So we'll see. I don't really see anything crazy going on with her right now. Not really any new leaves or anything, but she looks good. She looks good. And then lastly, the Hoya that looks like it's actually doing the most right now is my Hoya camphorifolia. This is a cute little Hoya that I bought for the bloom specifically. It has really beautiful pink blooms. I don't mind the foliage. I actually think the foliage is really cute as well. It kind of gives me like a Hoya fitchy eye kind of vibe. And so far it's been really easy going. I potted up a bunch of cuttings and we actually have some roots happening in here. So that's really great to see. This is actually potted in Molly's aeroid mix, and it seems to love it. So I'm definitely going to keep this in mind for potting other Hoya up in, because I was just kind of experimenting with it. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this plant is doing so far. Look at all the baby leaves going up there. Like, that is so cute. That vine is just doing the most. So yeah, I'm thrilled with this one. If I could get this to bloom, imagine if it bloomed this summer or fall, I would probably croak. I'm so excited to see this bloom one day. So yeah, really happy with that one. Don't mind all of my planty supplies on the counter, but we have my linearis here. She's getting so long. Like, I actually should cut her soon to propagate. But yeah, she is beautiful as usual. I love her so much. My all-time favorite Hoya. So yeah, I'm gonna water these all. We need to move over these plants. I watered all of the ones that we just potted up. I have some of my Marfill water mixed up in here. So I'm gonna use that to water these guys. I'm actually going to put some Osmocote into their pots as well, just because I've been trying to Osmocote all of my plants, or most of my plants recently. Okay, that's it. I'm just gonna let them drain. Look at how beautiful they are. Oh my goodness, I am just Hoya crazy right now. Like I said, I could just stare at these. They are so pretty. Oh my goodness, love them. I just randomly grabbed my philodendron serpens to check on it after the sulfur treatment. And the new leaf looks okay. It's hard to say until it really unfurls, but I don't know. I don't know how long it takes sulfur to work for like fungal stuff. I don't even know. Ooh, it's coming off. I don't even know if this is a fungal issue or like what this issue is that I'm having with my philodendron serpens. So if anyone has any tips, if you've experienced anything like this on your serpens, just like this discoloration on the leaves, let me know. Anyways, wow, I think that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for coming with me on this plant chores journey. I really appreciate you watching, especially if you stuck to the end. Also, a huge thank you to Peak for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget to check them out through the link down below in the description box. You can get 15% off your order plus a free rechargeable frother and a cup. Really appreciate their support on my channel, and I love their matcha so much. That concludes this video. Leave me a comment. I would love to chat with you. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.